Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And what a day I've had. I came home from work and there'd been a power cut. Now, I do have a battery backup system, but when that cut in, it popped one of the fuses. And so my NAS box, on which I store everything, was powered down and had to be rebooted. That took nearly an hour. But that said, I used the hour efficiently and I sort of looked for various stories that would make interesting videos. And I alighted on one about a New York City trans and HIV activist who's been snared by pea hunters. You know, those men who go around ensnaring the very, very worst of the lowlifes. You know, the ones who are interested in very young people. And this is another one of those. But it was a trans activist, of course, someone who tries to claim that he's perfectly normal in all respects. He just has a thing that he feels he's a woman, and it's got nothing to do with getting his jollies through a paraphiliac obsession with wearing women's clothing. And as we know about paraphilias, they almost always extend to children. And here we go, another one where his paraphilia extends to children. Let's take a look at this and see him get his comeuppance. So, a New York City trans and HIV activist, 39, is arrested for soliciting a pea hunter posing as a 14-year-old boy on Grindr. Asked him for all and to meet up and do chemicals to feel very, very happy indeed. Leilani Muniz, probably not his real name, a prominent New York City transgender and HIV activist, was arrested and charged for allegedly soliciting a minor. Muniz is accused of asking for S from a 14-year-old boy on Grindr, who was actually a man working for the NY Creep Spotlight non-profit. The chat log shows Muniz promising to meet the minor while his mother is away, inviting him to a particular type of jacuzzi party where there would be plants and chemicals. Muniz agreed to meet up with Josh, but was instead confronted by the non-profit, who called the police. Now, I'm wondering, most people put it this way, most people, if they found out a colleague, friend, someone they knew was guilty of what this weirdo has done, they'd distance themselves. They'd claim that they were unaware and they're appalled, that sort of thing. Because that's what you do if you are in any way normal. But of course, these people aren't normal. So I would suspect that they won't distance themselves. They won't castigate this man for attempting to do this to children. Because after all, that's actually their raison d'etre. That's actually the direction of travel this lobby has. This trans lobby's direction of travel is toward children. So they'll probably back him to the hilt and claim, oh, it's terrible that he was set up like this. Oh, look, and the police are in cahoots with these terrible, terrible people that go around entrapping and things like that. That you can guarantee is going to be the direction of travel for the trans lobby on this one. Because anything that stops them getting towards what their ultimate goal is, which is pretending to be women and accepted as women, but also to get closer to children, and to have that with children to be a legal and normative process. That's where they're aiming. That's their goal, and it's wrong. Leilani Muniz, 39, was taken into custody after corresponding with a man working with the NY Creep Spotlight non-profit who posed as a 14-year-old boy named Josh on the LGBTQP dating app. Muniz, who identifies as female but is male and is HIV positive, works as the Chief Operations Officer for the New York Transgender Bodybuilding Federation. Well, that's a series of words that really defy logic. You've got men trying to be women and yet doing bodybuilding in order to look more like men. It's no wonder they're mental. Anyway, he was honoured earlier this year at the Bronx Borough Hall during Pride Month. What was he honoured with? And will the honour be removed? NY Creep Spotlight, they sound like great guys, which works to expose people who target children, posted chats Muniz allegedly had with the disguised man who only identified himself as FM. The messages show Muniz wanted to have S with the miner, offering chemical inducements to make him feel a lot better. According to the criminal complaint, Muniz told the officers arresting him, "We did have a conversation before, it got a bit racy. We then stopped talking for a while. We started talking again and I agreed to go and meet him. He told me to bring condoms." I think, if you you're talking to a 14-year-old boy and he's saying, "Come and meet me, bring condoms," and you don't immediately stop talking, you are undoubtedly a P. Absolutely a P. Anyway, according to the chat logs posted by NY Creep Spotlight, Muniz appeared undeterred to meet up with the miner after FM posted that he was a 14-year-old boy. "Yeah, I don't mind," Muniz allegedly wrote in response. The messages also show he invited him to join him and others in a jacuzzi. "It's fun, we'll be and it's a nice size room. We can all get in the jacuzzi," Muniz allegedly wrote. "I've never done that, I'm down," FM wrote back. "We'll have fun and we'll have chemicals," Muniz allegedly replied, referencing the various things that you can have, promising it would make the miner feel great and very excited. The chat log shows that Muniz agreed to meet up with Josh when his mother was away, but the accused P seemed to harbour some reservations. "I can't, I'm nervous," Muniz allegedly wrote. "I watch too much TV because I know you're young. It reminds me of that show To Catch a Predator where they set people up to attracted to minors." But that's just what happened. So he's admitting he watches shows where he knows people get caught by stings like this, and he's so damn stupid he still fell for it. Because, let's face it, most of these people are thick as custard. They really are. Anyway, so what are you doing meeting up with a miner, FM asks. When Muniz stumbles to answer, claiming he's not meeting with a miner, the non-profit worker shoots back, "I've got the chat logs. You've been talking to me the whole time." And then, look, I'm going to take these up. I'm not going to read these because a lot of it will be unsayable because of the YouTube. And there we go. And there is Muniz, a strange-looking man. It's funny, isn't it? You can put whatever you like into your body, but not attractive at all and totally masculine. He is expected to appear in court in December the 2nd. The New York Transgender Bodybuilding Federation, where Muniz works as the COO, did not immediately respond to Daily Mail's comms request for a comment. No, they're probably thinking, how can we spin this to be someone else's fault? Because you can guarantee that everyone in that organisation is going to back Muniz because they're all P's. Every single one of them wants to get their hands on young people, and that is why these people are not innocent and just wanting to live their lives and just be who they are. They want to get into women's spaces. They want to get in where young people are. They're not innocent. They are dangerous. There is no other word. They are a clear and present danger. Anyway, I'm going to stop there and come up. It will be interesting to see the fallout, to see who castigates this creep and who defends him. And I think we all know who's going to be defending him. It'll be all those trans bodybuilders will be number one. But much wider, it'll be the whole of the trans lobby. And they'll all be saying, "Oh, this is terrible, this is a sting, this is a setup," and that this man would never do such a thing. But I think we all know, yes, he bloody well would. And so let's hope he gets convicted and goes down for an awful long time and goes to a man's prison. I think that would be the best thing. Anyway, I shall round off there. Thanks very much for watching. If you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, ring the bell for notification of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, make sure you know who your children are talking to, and goodbye.